Hello, friends, and welcome to today's reading lesson. As always, let's start with our big, deep breath so we are ready to learn. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Make sure you are ready to focus, keeping your eyes on the screen, listening and participating. Today, I'm going to be asking you to share out a few times, and even though I cannot hear you, I want you to be answering so that way our brains are still growing and we are practicing even when we're not face-to-face on Zoom. So today we talked about making inferences, and we did a really fun activity where we got to sort of figure out what the clues in a story are telling us, and we're going to do that again today. So let's remind ourselves of what it means to make an inference. When we make an inference while reading, we use what we already know and clues from the story to figure out what the author is saying without writing the words. So sometimes the author leaves out some parts of the story and we get to make an inference to figure out what's going on. So sometimes they don't tell us everything and we need to be detectives with our big magnifying glass to figure out what's happening in the story. When we make an inference, we stop and think about what the author told us and what we already know to figure out what's missing in the story. So let's try a few together. And I'm going to ask you to make an inference, and even though I can't hear you, I want you thinking in your brain about what's happening and saying it out loud if you're in a space where you can do that. So let's take a look. What is happening? Make an inference. Here's our sentences. It says, I went down the slide, then I heard the whistle. I went down the slide, then I heard the whistle. Think about a time when you went down a slide and heard a whistle. What do you think is going on? I'll give you 10 seconds to think. What was happening? Share it out loud. One idea I had was that we were at recess. At recess, we can go down the slide when we're in school, and then when we hear the whistle, we know it's time to line up. So maybe we were at recess. I wonder if any of you had a different idea. Let's try our next one. It says, I brushed my teeth and put on my pajamas. I brushed my teeth and put on my pajamas. What is happening? What did the author leave out? 10 seconds to think. What was going on? Share out loud. If you said they were going to bed, that's what I thought too. Maybe it was bedtime. They brushed their teeth, put on their jammies to get nice and cozy for bedtime. I wonder if someone had a different answer than that. Awesome job making inferences, friends. That's such a fun way we get to figure out what's happening in the story. Now, yesterday and today we've been talking about our non-fiction text. Remember, a non-fiction or informational text tells us facts or explains things. They tell us something, they inform us about things, they teach us or explain. Non-fiction books are real. They're about real things. And nonfiction books have 3 parts to them that we always notice. They have real pictures, they have facts, and they have labels. So here we see a real picture of a coral reef. We have a fact that there are 20,000 different types of fish in the ocean. Wow, that's a lot. And we have a label. So we have a label here showing us what's in the picture. An arrow pointing to this little orange thing saying, oh, it's a fish. So labels help us see what's going on in pictures. Today, we're going to read another nonfiction book, just like we did yesterday in our recorded lesson. And it's called Day and Night. You've been talking about the day and night sky in science. So today, we're going to learn about the day and night sky during reading with a nonfiction book. The author of this book's name is Robin Nelson. Remember, there's no illustrator because nobody was drawing pictures for this book. We have real click, click pictures. So we are going to read our story, Day and Night. Let's take a look. And while we're reading, I want you to think in your brain, am I looking at real pictures? Is this book telling me facts? And do I see labels in this book? Because we're going to go through our checklist at the end. Day and Night by Robin Nelson. Day follows night. Night comes after day. What makes this cycle of days and nights happen? Earth spins in space. Ooh, there's a fact. I notice a fact. Now I know Earth spins in space. In the morning, your part of Earth is turning to face the sun. There's a friend stretching to wake up. You see the first light from the sun at dawn. The sun rises into the sky at sunrise. Have you ever seen the sunrise? Maybe before school? It is day. You can see the sun and the clouds in the sky. I see a word in my picture. This says sun. Sun. Here's my word sun. What are these called when we have our words and arrows telling us what's in a picture? What's that called again? A label. So we see a label in this book. Earth keeps spinning. In the evening, your part of the Earth is turning away from the sun. Oh, there's another fact. I see another label here. It's telling us that this is a picture of Earth. The sun moves lower in the sky at sunset. You can no longer see the sun at dusk. So dusk is when the sun has already set. You can't see the big ball of sun in the sky, but it's still a little bit light out. This family looks like they're camping. It is night. You can see the moon and the stars in the sky. If you've ever seen the big moon in the sky, touch your nose. I think we should all be touching our nose. I love looking at the moon. Earth turns. The sun will come up again in the morning. The cycle goes on and on. The end. Awesome. Wow, I learned something new about day and night. I hope you did too. The Earth is spinning in the sky. That's pretty cool. So let's look at our nonfiction checklist. Our first one says, did this book have real pictures? Yes or no? Yes, this book had real pictures of the Earth, the sun, friends playing at day and night. Did this book have facts in it? Did you learn anything new? Any information in this book about day and night? Yes, check. There were facts in this book. And last, did you see any labels in this book explaining what was in the picture? Yes, check. There were labels in our book. So this was our nonfiction book all about day and night. Nonfiction books are so exciting to read because not only are we having fun reading a book, but we also get to learn something new. That's pretty awesome. Let's take a look at our work for today. Our work is on Seesaw. You will find it in Google Classroom. So it says, read the sentence, make an inference, draw a picture to show what you think the family is doing. So our sentence says, Mom got the ball. My sister got the towel. I put on my bathing suit. What do you think this family is going to do? Draw a picture to match what you think they're going to do. Make an inference. This sentence, you can also listen to it in Seesaw. When you go to the instructions, you can click the play button and you can hear me read the sentence again. At the bottom, it says sight word scramble. Use the letters to build a sight word. So we've been working on a few sight words all week long, and I want you to build one of those sight words with these letters. So we have the letters E, T, N, W. What sight word can you build with those letters? Write it on the bottom here, right in this line. I am so excited to see all of your hard work, my friends, and we will see you tomorrow on Wednesday for our small groups. Have a wonderful end of your day, and we will see you soon.